health, and longevity. If you want to consume more plant-based foods, if you want to abstain from junk foods, if you want to consume fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, and herbs, and avoid dead flesh, artificial flavors and colorings, sweeteners, anything that is unreal basically, purchase this particular manual, The Easiest Way to Become a Vegan by Pharaoh Ramesses El Aton, who has been a vegan 40 plus years. He will take you step by step on how to abstain from the junk foods, how to abstain from the dead flesh, the chicken, the turkey, the pork, beef, and all sorts of animal products. Purchase this particular manual, The Easiest Way to Become a Vegan, to eat more natural. Remember that the herbs are for the healing of the nations. Let food be your medicine and let medicine be your food. Consume of every fruit-bearing and herb-bearing tree. Unto you it shall be for meat. Purchase this particular manual, The Easiest Way to Become a Vegan by Pharaoh Ramesses El Aton. Peace, health, and longevity.
All right. Positive energy. Eat to live, don't live to eat. Good to see you, Kathy. Always a pleasure. Tell your husband I said hi. I hope he's doing well. Hope he's sticking with the program, getting his little exercise on, drinking plenty of liquids. Tell him Pharaoh said salute. Salute to the king. Good to see you, Will. Whoever's here, let us know you're here. Make some noise in the chat. And I'm going to go into a little detail about health tonight. I feel like it's about time to go into some details about that. Make some noise if you're here. Let's get it cracking. Yeah, I decided I'd go a little bit into detail tonight about a variety of things. Of course, summertime is coming, so people start to go in the gym, begin to work out to get ready for summer. They want to look good. They got to take all those big coats off. So in a city like Chicago, people have to kind of prepare, They have to kind of prepare. So the gym starts getting packed. You know, in these areas where the weather changes and it gets cold, people put on a lot of weight over the winter. And then in the summertime, a lot of times they can get out, they can move around, so they go and they try to get the weight off. My advice is to work out during the winter months. Even if you don't work out a lot, you really should work out uh, September, October, November, December, January, February, and March. That's a long time to not uh, be getting any exercise. So I feel like during the winter months, you need to make sure you work out. Now, my year is going a little crazy. It's 2026, and I've kind of increased my workout. I'm in shape, but I'm not out of shape. I'm in shape, but now I'm taking it to the next level to bodybuilding, which is new for me. I never did bodybuilding before. I exercise instead. You know, in shape, you're in shape, but bodybuilding is different. Bodybuilding is not just being in shape, but it's also putting on like more muscle, building more muscle than you would just riding a bike or doing calisthenics. So that's been kind of throwing off my schedule a lot, throwing off how many live streams I could do, affecting my sleep a lot. So I've been just trying to pace myself and get a little less work done on YouTube and other things, like make a sacrifice for my body. And so what happens to those of you that haven't done that is for a typical workout, you're going to do so many reps and then you're going to stop. But for bodybuilding, you're pushing yourself. You're doing more reps until you reach exertion. So if you're doing any type of lift or curl, you're doing it until you can't. Then you're resting and you're doing it again till you can't. And it's not like regular workouts. It's extreme. And what happens is you're building muscle. The muscle is actually growing, but it does most of that the next 2 days, 3 days. If you're older, sometimes 4 days. Some experts say people my age, I'm 68, people over 50 should only work out every 4 days, 3 at the most, not every other day or every 2 days. And so what's very strange about it is after you put your workout in, the body grows, right? And when the body grows, those muscles have to push everything and rearrange your whole body, right? So those muscles actually restructure your body. It's very weird because I've never done it before. So my sleep has been like, I can compare it to like a Frankenstein type, you know. Remember how Dr. Frankenstein had Frankenstein on the, it's not a normal sleep. It's a very different sleep. I've never experienced this before. And the sleep, it's I like to say it's like scientific type of a feel. Because you're laying there and the body is growing. And I think for me being 68 and not really ever bodybuilding before, my body is definitely probably confused as to why is it growing like that. It's the strangest sleep ever. It's the type of sleep where, you know how you wake up in the morning? Well, you could wake up and lay there, and you could lay there easily an hour and a half, just kind of chilling. And you could actually fall back to sleep because you're not sleepy, you're tired. But you're not the basic tired that rests. You're a tired, and the muscles and the body is still growing. So it's like some type of strange scientific experiment. So, especially as an older person, it's very strange. And you got to deal with two things. So I've been dealing with two things because in order to build a muscle, you got to feed it. And by me being a vegan, I'm not full of parasites and all that. So I just don't eat. So as a vegan, I kind of eat when I feel like it. I don't eat on a schedule. It's very easy for me to go and not have a dinner and just go to sleep. But now, in order to bodybuild, I have to force myself to eat. Thank you very much, beautiful Kathy. I appreciate that. Tell Hershey I said, keep it popping. I know they used to, with a name like Hershey, boy, I know they used to tease him. And he's probably dark skinned like chocolate. So I guess you Nestle, huh? We got Hershey and Nestle. So not only do I have to rest, I have to eat more, and that's throwing me off too, making me get a little tired while I'm digesting this food. I have to consume so much protein, so much nutrients, and work out. So I'm doing two things I'm not used to doing. And then I'm feeling a third thing and a fourth thing because I'm doing two things I'm not used to doing. Then I'm growing while I'm asleep. And then the type of rest that's happening because my body's growing. A pleasure, Angela. Great to see you. So it's been a very strange experiment, but it's going well. And I've been taking phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, phase 4. I've been going really slow as not to hurt myself at 68. So this has been years. I made it years. It took years. I was smart. I started out with light calisthenics. That was about 5 years ago. Light calisthenics, punching bag, walking stairs, riding bike. The next year I did more of the type of calisthenics. And then about 3 years ago, I started with the push-ups, the sit-ups, and the going to the gym. I took it nice and slow because I kind of think on my own, and I feel like muscle protects your limbs. And so if you start to do too much too early, you don't have enough muscle to protect your limbs, and your body's not used to it. So now you got to wrap your arm up, you got to wrap your elbow up. I haven't had to wrap anything up because anything that feels uncomfortable, I just don't do it. So I give you the perfect example. When I started out, I was doing push-ups. This shoulder would feel a little funny in there when I do the push-up. Like my rotator cuff was feeling a little funny. So I just didn't do it anymore. Rather than do that, I laid down and I lifted this way. And I didn't put any pressure on this shoulder for 3 years. Now, when I do push-ups, I feel nothing. Why? I let it heal. I let it adjust. So if you're working out, if anything feels funny, don't wrap it up and keep going. Leave it alone and work out in a way where you don't feel anything. There's always another exercise you could do that's going to help that same muscle where you won't feel anything. The no pain, no gain, I don't like that saying because pain, why would you want pain? I don't want no pain. I just want the gains. Now, I know they kind of mean, I know what they kind of mean, but to me, if I'm doing push-ups and I get to number 49 and I push real hard to get to 50, I think they're calling that pain, but I don't really describe that as pain. It's not pain. Now it does feel hard, but I don't like describing it as pain because I don't really consider that pain like that, because as soon as you stop, it goes away, and pain has a tendency, serious pain don't go away like that. So when I go to the gym, I notice some people is all wrapped up, knee wrapped up, shoulder wrapped up, and they're trying to get healthy. They don't look healthy all wrapped up. They look like they're destroying their health, actually. So I made sure to take it easy and make sure that my body could grow. Now, for the older people watching me, this should be mandatory. You have to put some muscle on your body because muscle is what's going to protect your bones and your ligaments if you fall. The process of building muscle is going to increase your reflexes so you're not just falling and you don't catch yourself, right? So working out, it kind of helps with padding, and it makes you quicker. It makes you more agile, more alert. If you don't work out, you're going to be fragile. You're not going to have anything to protect your muscles. You're going to fall easily. And it's easy to trip over something, but instead of tripping and your feet catching back up and not actually falling, as soon as you trip, you're going to boom, right? I stumble sometimes, but I very seldom actually hit the ground. And I know that has a lot to do with me working out. It's helping my agility. And so I'm not sure America's behind. They're kind of behind, but it should be mandatory that people anywhere from 45 to 50 start to build muscle and lose fat to protect themselves, right? So you say you just finished sweating on the trail. That's excellent. Now, recuperation is very important. So if you have any type of medical emergency, go light. Don't panic because you went to the hospital or something happened and now you're trying to get in shape. But you got to remember, this is you. This is getting out of shape. This is getting in shape. And this is where you at. So if you have some type of hospitalization or you fall out or something and you're here, the only thing you don't want to do is go this way. You don't really want to go this way. And if you do, you want to go very slow. So my advice is, if you had any type of medical situation, especially anything like falling out and stuff like that, do not work until you get tired. Stop before you get tired. Doing more is not going to help you. Doing more is really going to put wear and tear on whatever's wrong with you. So if something was wrong with you, working out is going to put strain on that. It's not going to really help it. What's going to help it is not getting more out of shape and relaxing and letting whatever it is heal on its own first. So whatever is wrong with you, eat right, do a little something, but more power. You shouldn't be sweating. You shouldn't be doing that because that's not going to heal whatever problem you had. The only thing's going to heal that is time. And then if the body's trying to heal, but you're putting too much exertion on it, the body can't heal. And so my advice, more power, is you should slow down. I don't feel like you should be doing no sweating, no push-ups, nothing. You should be taking nice walks around the block a couple of times. In other words, all you don't want to do is just get more out of shape. But I don't advise you trying to get in shape right now. That's a mistake. That would be my advice. Chill. Because that's not going to heal the problem. Okay, so if I fall out of something, it's because something I've been eating, something I haven't been doing right? So then what you want to do is do the opposite of what you didn't do to fall out. But you don't want to go and think that you can go get in super shape because you got to let that heal. And you can't, exercise won't heal it. The only thing that heal you, more power, is rest. Rest, rest, rest. Now, you don't want to take no poisons in because that's what did it. It ain't the lack of exercise that did it. It's whatever you was eating, whatever you've been drinking, whatever you've been doing. That's what your problem was. So if you eliminate that, I wouldn't exert myself. If you were to come to me, I would do not exert yourself. You shouldn't be trying to turn up until next year or the year after. Like I said about my shoulder, I just left it alone. So more power. I know you had some problems. So if you're just don't do bad. Don't try to overdo good. Don't try to overdo. Just don't eat no salt. Just really watching what you eating, putting in more highly nutritious food is what you should be doing, more power. I don't agree with your workouts. You shouldn't be on the trail sweating. You shouldn't be out by yourself nowhere like that. Because if you fall out there, who gonna know? Only thing's gonna help you right now is no poison in the body and rest. 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 Rest is the only thing that's going to help you and not getting worse. Eating as clean as possible, resting, and you should just be doing light exercise. Like getting in the pool and just wading. You shouldn't be swimming. You should get in the pool and wade a little bit. You should be doing light walks. You shouldn't be not doing nothing to raise your heart rate up because that's not going to repair your body. Right? So you want to repair naturally, then work out. And that's what I did with my arm. I left it alone. My shoulder repaired naturally. Now I'm popping the push-ups with no problem in my shoulder. Exercising wouldn't fix it. Good to see you, White Flame. Right? So that's for all of you all. If you have some type of medical problem, some type of injury, rest. Rest is the only thing that's going to fix it. Okay? So let's get into some more stuff. This is going to be good. Get comfortable. Get ready to go on this ride. Here we go. All right, so where I want to start, I got a lot to talk. Okay, we're going to start with something I saw on Instagram. And shout out to this brother right here, Zay Horizon. This is not him in the picture, but I've been watching him and he's been talking about this hydration thing. And I knew what he was saying, some of it was realistic. So I've been started this about a week and a half. I haven't gotten to the point where he was at. Now, let me tell you what he's suggesting. He's suggesting that you get a gallon of water, right? And you put 3/4 teaspoons of new salt in the gallon, right? 3/4 teaspoons. So like this and a half in a whole gallon. And then you put a half of teaspoon of salt. Now he said Celtic salt, but I use diamond crystal salt. And the reason I use diamond crystal salt is because it's the one that doesn't have no poisons or toxins out of the ocean. Okay? Order diamond crystal salt. That is exactly like an IV. You are 100% correct. So use diamond crystal salt and use new salt and mix it together. And you're supposed to mix it in a gallon of water. So I ordered, y'all seen I got this, but this is not a gallon. So I had to go and I had to get the big one. And this is not a gallon either. This is 3/4. I just filled it up because I drank it down. I'm supposed to drink a gallon a day, but I haven't got there yet. So in a day, I'm only getting it down to here because I just started about 2-3 days, but I'm going to get so it's a gallon. I started at night. I started in the evening too. So I got to wait and get on the morning schedule. But I take this and I fill this up with water and I put the 3/4 of the teaspoon of this in the water and I put a half a teaspoon of this, but it's in a big old box, so that's why I put it in this jar. This used to be oregano. I put it in this jar because it comes in a big box. This is a good deal too because you get a big box. And I drink that. Now, I know he was right. Okay, I'll hook you up, Robert. I'll get them ready for you. You can go to the website and order what size you want. I'll get them ready and get them out. So I just started trying it. Now, I knew he was right because I've been studying and I found out that because they've been having us eat table salt, that's not really the real salt. That's why they've been telling us don't eat salt. But your body absolutely needs salt. Absolutely. So, especially foundational Black Americans or Black people in general, we be having that high blood pressure. So they say cut back on the salt, but it don't really be from the salt. It be from the food and the type of salt and too much salt. Well, I don't use that much salt, but I don't think I was having enough salt. Now, when you put all of that in a gallon like this, it's not really that much salt, right? You can taste it a little bit, and it tastes a little less salty than the ocean. Now, whoever created the ocean is not stupid. Why is the ocean salty? So I started doing this, and not only is it helping me get this iodine and stuff into my body, it's also helping me make sure I drink enough water, get enough hydration. Okay. This is, well, not iodine, potassium. So this is straight potassium, right? And we need potassium. When my father got old and wasn't feeling well, the doctor told him he got to eat ripe bananas as much as he can. You know why? For the potassium. If I would have knew this trick, I could have I could have diluted my father's water, and my father could have got plenty of potassium, pure potassium, a little bit of sea salt, and a little bit of this. And in a glass of water, it's just going to be a pinch. It's just going to be a little bit and a little bit. He wouldn't even know it's in here. I wouldn't have had to worry about his potassium levels. And a lot of older people, their potassium is too low. This is why a lot of us plant-based vegans, what do? We buy bananas, and as soon as we see the spots on them, the spots mean what? They're beginning to make potassium. That's what the spots mean. That the bananas make it more and more potassium. So I knew he was right. So I just started doing it. I'm going to know the results after about a month, I'll tell you. But it's going to, for sure, it's going to boost my workouts because you need more water. And I know for sure I need that potassium and that moisture. So I wanted to put y'all up on that. You want to get some salt. You want to get some new salt. And he used Celtic salt, sea salt, but the oceans are polluted. So I did thorough investigations on salts. I came up with 2, and I ordered this one. This is the top salt used by the best chefs around the world. Okay? So I ordered this one. There's 2 that don't have any of the junk in the ocean in them. No metal, because your salt got metal in it. So that's why I'm not using this. That's why I'm not using this fine sea salt, because the sea is polluted. I did my investigation, and I had like 3 different types of salt. I didn't throw them away. I don't know what I'm going to do with them, because I don't want any of the pollution out of the ocean or out of the salt water. And all of those ones they telling you are the best got trace minerals in it of metal in it. I got this one too. Midnight Diamond, Kanani Hawaiian sea salt. This is like lava type salt. I'm not messing with this one either, because I did my investigation. So the person that advised me to use the Celtic salt. I'm using this salt. I'm using this salt and this. Now, another reason it's good and I'm carrying it around in this. So if you want to get this big one, go to the link in my description and go to my Amazon, and I found it. That's where I ordered this one from. The stainless steel and everything. Glass, not too much plastic, not enough plastic to do some good, and the protection on it so you won't break it. This is not a gallon, it's like 3/4 of a gallon. You can go and get that. And so I've been on that lately. Now, another great thing about it, and what made me want to do it, is that I also found out that the salt helps put the creatine into your body. And I do use the creatine. Well, let's look. All right, look. Real talk, look. Black Himalayan salt generally does not contain metals from modern oceans, but it often contains trace amounts of heavy metals, including lead and iron, that were present in the ancient prehistoric seabeds from Rich's mine. It is a rock salt mined in Pakistan, not a modern salt. I don't really want any lead. So natural impurities distinct the color, sulfurous smell, sulfide, phosphorus, magnesium. Heavy metals, while it contains natural impurities studied on color, salts, black, pink Himalayan salt, have found trace contaminants of lead, arsenic, and cadmium. So yeah. So there's only certain salts that don't have nothing in it, and they're in like specific oceans. Like I forgot which oceans, but there are certain oceans that have the clean salt with nothing in it. All the other salts have metal in them. When I did my research, there was only two. I forgot the other one. There was only two, and this was one. And when I did my research, I found this is like what the top chefs around the world use. This one, I like the amount. You get a big box full of it. I bought a box, and I got like 3 mason jars full of salt. And when it run out, I put it in here. That's how much salt I got for a real good price. And it's the best. Right. But you can cheat now by giving her this, by using this for her to put a little seasoning on her food. Use the new salt, mix a little bit with this salt, and put it in a salt shaker, right? So you're going to use 3/4 of a teaspoon of this with 1/2 of a teaspoon of this, and you can mix it bigger, however much that would be in a whole jar. And then that'd be her salt. And now you know that she's getting pure potassium and the best salt. Order moms this salt right here. Order her that. Nothing's more precious than a mother. She deserves it. It's not expensive. And it's going to save you money. You're going to have salt forever. And the cleanest salt, and also the salt that gourmet chefs use this. See, when you see the word kosher, this is what the Jewish people make sure that their stuff is not poison. That's a whole nother video. You want to look for the word kosher. You want to look for this word kosher, because they're not taking in no poisons. And I might do a video on that to break that down. That's something I just learned too from a content creator on YouTube. Everything he buys got to say kosher. He looks for it. He looks for it. So that's one of the things I want to put now. I use creatine. I drink it with water. Sometimes I put it in my protein shakes. Creatine helps put water into the muscles. Something like that. And this potassium helps put the creatine and helps the creatine, gives it more absorption. Right? So this helps this absorb into the body. Now, if you're using stuff like creatine, protein powders, only use them a couple times a week so that your kidney don't have to work real hard clean it out, especially protein powder. You don't want your kidney to have to clean all that powder out. But usually it won't bother your kidney too much as long as it's mixed with some type of milk or water. It kind of not powdery, but still the kidneys got to clean that out. So you always want to give your kidneys a rest. And that's why drinking this gallon every day helps flush your kidneys. Because your kidneys is always cleaning, but then what's going to clean the kidneys? The kidneys cleaning the body. So now you got to clean the kidneys, okay? Instead of letting the kidneys do all that work, right? So I wanted to hip y'all to that. I'm not advising you take any of this. I'm just letting you know what's out here. I'm pretty sure this is safe because I'm telling you small, minute amount. I'm not advising you to take creatine. That's something that I take to help my workouts. This is the protein powder that I use because it only has 6 ingredients. It only has 6 ingredients. So this is the protein powder I use, 20 grams of protein per serving. And it doesn't have all that garbage in it. It has organic pea protein, organic alkalized cocoa, organic vanilla powder, organic pumpkin seed, organic monk fruit, and organic chia seeds. And that cocoa is good for you, and those pumpkin seeds are going to help with hair growth, sex drive, and all of that, okay? You got it? And now for the men out there, giving y'all a lot of knowledge today. Ladies, make sure your man has Brazil nuts. And he can only eat one a day because they have too much selenium in them. Okay? This has 860% selenium. 2 won't hurt you, but you don't want to eat 3 or 4. So most people advise just eat 1 Brazil nut a day. And if you eat 1 Brazil nut a day, you're going to have the selenium in there, men, that you're going to need for your sex drive, for erections, and all of that, okay? 1 a day, like a vitamin, okay? Just 1 every day. Okay, ladies, get this for your king. 1 a day. Okay? 2 won't hurt him. You don't want to do 3 or 4. Too much selenium. Okay? These type of things, you have to wait to see the results. It's not going to be like you eat it and you're going to get the results tomorrow. Your body's got to take it in. Your body's got to get used to it. It's got to become a part of your system. So a lot of things like that, you got to wait weeks, months to see the results. But you will see the results if you do a consistency. And this, for the price you pay for a bag of Brazilian nuts, this is one of the best vitamins you could get. Look how many I got in here. How many days is this? This is a lot of days, ain't it? This is a lot of days before I got to buy another bag. And I've already had it for a while. So this is a lot of days. I eat 1 a day. All right. I decided I would come over and just drop a whole bunch of game on my subscribers. Okay. So support the channel. Hit the like button, share, subscribe, and all that. Okay. Okay. Now, another thing, when you get up in the morning, at least, I wouldn't do this every day, but do this at least 4 or 5 times a day. Skip like days in the middle. Get up in the morning, get you a glass of water, put you a couple of tablespoons of apple cider vinegar and drink that first thing in the morning. Some people drink it at night. I would advise the morning. Now, what that's going to do is that's going to burn fat in your stomach, okay? That's gonna burn fat. Now, another thing you want to do when you take this, you don't want this on your teeth, okay? You don't want this on your teeth, all right? Because it'll damage the enamel on your teeth. So what you want to do is you want to order these stainless steel straws. You should have these anyway. $6, $7. Order these stainless steel straws and drink it through the stainless steel straws. And you should have 2 packs of these at the house anyway. Get that plastic out your mouth, right? So get you these stainless steel straws. They're going to send you 6 bent ones, the tall ones and short, and 6 straight ones, and they're going to send you the thing to clean them. And then so you mix you get a glass of water and you put your apple cider vinegar in there and you drink that every morning. You know, a glass about that big, not the tall glass. You could do the tall glass. You're still only going to put so much apple cider vinegar in it. You know, I just pour a little bit, bloop, bloop. like 2 tablespoons, 3 tablespoons. You drink that every morning. Now, when it comes to apple cider vinegar, the main company everybody bought has been bought out, I think, by Bill Gates or somebody. So a lot of people's not buying that. So do your research and find Fairchild's organic apple cider. I ordered it. They sent me 2 bottles. One bottle's open. The bottle's not open. This the apple cider you want to use. Order it from the company. Fairchild's organic apple cider vinegar. This one is the best. Make sure your apple cider vinegar says what? With the mother. With the mother. The mother is this phlegm in the bottom. If it doesn't have the mother, it won't help your stomach, right? And you shake it up. This is the best one. I'm giving you a lot of game today. Support the channel. You want the one with the mother, okay? That's what you want. Apple cider vinegar with the mother. Okay? Fairchild's. Go ahead and order it. It'll come in the mail. They're going to send you 2 bottles. It'll last you forever. And it doesn't go bad. You could just sit it on the counter. You don't have to refrigerate it or in the cabinet. I got 2 bottles. This is the second bottle. That's going to help burn fat. Okay? It's good to have before meals too. It really is. The thing is, when I taste it, it just seemed too strong to do more than once a day. And I don't want to take a chance and burn the lining out my stomach. So I'm just doing it once a day. I don't want to mix it with I don't want to do it and then eat. So that's why I do it in the morning, because then I can wait before I eat. I can let it go in there and do what it's got to do. I can drink something afterwards, then eat, so that the food won't mix with the apple cider vinegar. I just use my instincts on stuff like that. And before a meal, if it's breakfast, yeah. But before a meal, if you already ate, that gets a little weird because you already got stomach and food been in your stomach. So I think the best way is on a total empty stomach when you get up in the morning. I think that's the easiest job for it, because there's been no food in your stomach. You've been fasting. In the morning, they call it break fast. And to me, you're going to get the best results if you break in your fast with it. On an totally empty stomach that nothing's been in would be, to me, the best. Some people say drink it in the morning, drink it midday before meals, drink it at night. For me, that's too much acid. I don't see it. A lot of times, Angela, they'll give us that advice, and then 3 years later, somebody say, oh, whatever you do, if you've been doing that, don't do it. So when I taste it in the morning, it tastes like once a day. Angela, it's so strong. It tastes like once a day. Really, to be honest with you, I don't do it 7 days a week. I feel like it's too strong. To me, it's just 5 days a week. It's just too strong. I just go by my natural instinct. Apple cider vinegar is too strong. 7 days a week, every day, 30 days in a month. Mm-mm. To me, if it's going to work, it's going to work 4 days a week, 3 days a week, or 5 days a week. If it's going to work, it should work anyway. I shouldn't have to drink it every day. It just seems too strong. It tastes good, but it's going to still be in there, and your stomach lining got to deal with that. And my throat don't like it. My cheeks don't like it. And inside my jaw, it's the same type of skin that's in my stomach. And I think if I save that in my mouth, I don't think that skin in my mouth would like it. But this to y'all, but my advice would be no more 4 or 5 days a week and first thing in the morning on an empty stomach. Because it's just too strong. Right? So now we got most of that squared away. I'm going to be doing questions today too, because we really want to get you all in shape. And to really get in shape, you're going to have to increase your water intake. And when you go to the gym, you want to increase how much water you're drinking. Like I said, I got this one. And when I go to the gym, I almost, and I don't be in the gym long, and I almost finish this in the gym. So my goal is to drink more than this before, during, and after the gym. So by the time half of the day come, I want to be to at least drink 1.5 of these. Because what I'm noticing is with the workout, when I drink the water, it just disappears. When I'm not working out and I drink water, I can feel all that water in my stomach. But now that I'm working out, when I drink water, it seems like it just evaporates. It seems like I could drink more water than I used to could drink. Seriously, I could really gulp it down more. I don't, than usual. And I think that's because working out, and I think my body's requiring it. Now, one of the things I use every now and then is sea moss. I get my sea moss from Red's Kitchen, soak it. Once it swells up and get fat, just blend it up. Add a little water, blend until it's nice and thick. Pour it in some type of glass bowl, put it in the refrigerator, it turns to a gel. I take so much of that, a scoop of that, and put in your juice or your protein shake or whatever. And this has all the minerals in the body except a few. And if you mix it with bladderwrack, sea moss with bladderwrack gives you every nutrient in the human body. Every one. So you get some bladderwrack. Now you don't soak the bladderwrack, you soak the sea moss and save it as a gel. And the bladderwrack, you can just take a little bit of it and put it in a glass, and it gets soft right away. And then while you're blending up your drink, you just throw the bladderwrack in there fresh. Don't soak the bladderwrack and save it. Soak a little bit of bladderwrack every time you get ready to use it. Don't make no bladderwrack gel. Why would you do that when it only takes 60 seconds, a minute and a half for it to be ready? So don't do that. But I would advise you to get some bladderwrack to go with your sea moss so you have every mineral in the body. Now, another good thing to buy, and something that's tricky, is black sesame seed. And they confuse you with the black sesame seed, the black cumin seed. They fool you with that, okay? They're not the same. You have to be very careful when they tell you black seed oil, because a lot of people are scamming. Because what black seed oil? Black sesame seed oil is not black seed oil, but they're selling black sesame seed oil as black seed oil. This is black seed, right? Black seed is called Nigella sativa. If it doesn't say Nigella sativa, then it's not black seed oil. This is not black seed oil. This is black sesame seed oil. They're both good for you, but this is the one that everybody wants. Okay? They're not the same. This one is more powdery, and this one is actually small seeds. I got another bag of this one coming, and I'm going to interchange them. Use this one a week, use this one a week. Use this one a week, use this one a week. But they're not the same. Now, this is a great company that has all of these things that are very hard to find. Terrasol, superfoods. They're all the way legit. But you have to know and be careful when you buy your black seed oil. Make sure it says Nigella sativa, or they're selling you this one. And this is not the black seed oil that they're telling you about. You can see this one is like powder. And this one is actually seeds. You can see the seeds. Right? Now, I would get both of them. They both have nutritional value, but this one has one type of value that most people want, this one, for the most medicinal effects. So this one has the most medicinal effects, but this one has lots of nutritional value, right? So these are good to blend up in your nut milks. If you make your own nut milks, this is a good one. But if you want to be healthy, variety is the spice of life. So use this one sometime, use this one sometime. You want to change up, right? In your cabinet, you should have hemp seed. You should have flaxseed. You should have chia seed. You should have pumpkin seed. You need those varieties to be healthy. Now, if you get a real good grinder, you can blend up your hemp seeds, blend up your pumpkin seeds, blend up your chia seeds, blend up your hemp seeds, blend up your black sesame seeds, and you can make your own protein powder. So that's the level I'm at now. I'm just about going to stop buying protein powder. I bought a food processor so I can really turn it into dust. And I'm going to be this summer making my own protein powder, because I could make it different ways technically to get the best out of it. I could put what I need in it. If I want to help my hair grow more, I could use a little more pumpkin seed. I could use a little more chia seed. I could use them all evenly. Sometime I could put the actual black seed in there. So I'm getting to the point where I'm going to be pretty much self-sufficient. I won't be buying protein powder pretty soon, because why would I do that when I can blend up my own peas? I could put my own cocoa in there. I could put my own pumpkin seeds in there, and I could put my own chia seeds. I can make it better than this, because this one only got the chia seeds, the pumpkin seeds, But mine's, I have chia seeds, pumpkin seeds, hemp seeds, flax seeds. So mine's is better than this one. The problem is I need to be able to turn it into powder. My grinder was all right, but my grinder, when I grind them up, you can't save it because there's still moisture in there. The only way you can make sure there's no moisture is you got to turn it to powder. Turn it to powder, let it sit for a while. So if there's any moisture evaporate, then you can put it in a bag or in a jar and you don't have to worry about it spoiling, right? So I'm going to be making my own super duper protein powder, which will cause me to probably start a new business. Because I can go and rent a kitchen that's already legal. And then I can go there and make my protein powder and start selling it, stack my bread till I get my own kitchen, my own certified kitchen, because they have certified kitchens you could use. And this is how I don't have to work for nobody, because I be going into business. Now, I wasn't supposed to tell you that, so I don't know why I'm not getting no cash apps or nothing, because I'm telling you stuff nobody will tell you. Most likely, by next year, I'll have my own protein powder on the market. I went and got a really nice stainless steel food processor. No plastic. So that I could make my own. Mine's is better than theirs, and I could change mine's around depending on what I think I'm missing. So I'm going independent and as clean as I could possibly go with my food. I'm not really trusting the system. I'm not really trusting that they is doing the right thing. I'm not really trusting that everything is as legit as it's supposed to be, right? So I went and ordered my own food processor that's all glass and metal. So I don't have to really worry about no plastic. And now it's up. I'm going to be making my own. This is the one I ordered. You can go to the link in my description and go to my Amazon and find all this stuff. So you can find all this on my Amazon. All you got to do is go to the link in the description. I made it easy because a lot of times I'm telling y'all certain things to buy. And now I'm making it easy for you to do that by making sure that it's already there. And all you got to do is go to my page and get all the products I use will be there. Let me look and make sure I put that over there before you go. Yep. Nope, that's the coffee grinder. Let me see. Oh, man. I don't see it. So let me go put it over there. I don't see it. Now, maybe I made a mistake and passed it, but I don't see it. Let me go put it over there because I don't see it. Give me a second. And so I'm trying to make it easier for you all too to find stuff that I'll be telling you to order. Some of this stuff is very hard to find. You have to track it down. And so you can go to the link in the description and find, and also see things that you never really thought about buying by going over there. Okay. Let's see. Let me save it over there. Not sure. Give me a minute. And products, my orders. I'm going to add that over there for you because you definitely want the stainless steel. These things is hard to find. They're always trying to sell you something that's not as good for you. And you want the most healthiest product you can get. Switch to glass. Oh, it's unavailable. It's unavailable, but I'm going to add it so that when it's available, it'll be there. So I added it. It said it was unavailable, but it should be available soon. So you'll be able to go and order it. I'm sure it's unavailable because I'm sure they're selling a lot of them. People are switching. Yeah, I'm gonna have my own health products tailored the way, experts that have been doing it a long time. Angela, we're a little finicky. I'm going to come out a lot of glass. It's hard to find a lot of glass. I'm going to come out with my own bamboo spoons and forks and wood spoons and forks. Everything I have a hard time finding. This is how I've been going in business. I'll create myself. Let's take a break and then we'll finish. Make sure you eat well too. Give us a minute, we'll finish. So that's one of the things that we always hear as plant-based vegans. People are always asking us, how you get enough protein? How you get enough protein? How you get enough protein? And that's good, but you need your vitamin D, your vitamin C, your vitamin E, your vitamin K. You need iron. You need a lot of natural minerals that's usually, if we were eating naturally, eating the plants the way we're supposed to, we would get all that stuff, but we don't. So a lot of stuff we're not getting because we're not eating naturally. We're eating unnatural. Now, another thing I wanted to show you, I'm trying to show you all things that nobody show you now. Cinnamon. Now, if you're buying your cinnamon for some type of, to get the most medicinal effect, you got to get Ceylon cinnamon. You can't get the regular cinnamon. You see that? Ceylon cinnamon stick. This is the cinnamon. If you're trying to use cinnamon for your teeth, for your stomach, or anything to get the most medicinal, this is the one you want to get. Okay? Ceylon cinnamon sticks. Some people say the other cinnamon is wishy-washy. I'm not going to say that because I don't know. But I do know that this one is the ones that's hardest to find are usually the most healthy ones. So get these cinnamon sticks if you're making stuff for your hair and you need cinnamon, if you're making any type of medicinal potions that want you to add cinnamon, this is the cinnamon they're telling you to add. Also, you've got to get exotic stuff for your health. Now, this one, I should be ashamed of myself. I can't stand spirulina. To me, it tastes horrible. But this, I'm going to make myself drink it this summer because this is super healthy for your body. Okay? This is what they call a superfood. All right? That's what they call this. They call this a superfood. And they also have the blue one that is a little different. This is also a superfood. Okay? The blue one. Very hard to find. They taste horrible, but I'm going to try to figure out a way to get them down. I got this big old thing. I barely use it because I just cannot stand the taste. And I mean, I got the good one. You can see how dark it is. First time I heard about spirulina was many years ago, about 40-something years ago. I had a friend, he knew I was a vegan, and he was a weightlifter, and he called me one day and said, "You heard about this stuff called spirulina?" And he said, "It's a superfood." But I never could just take the taste. I tried to mix it with fruit juice and everything, but it overpowers everything. Is one better? No, they're different. They're different. I think this one is more rounded, and this one targets. Okay. Let's look it up. That's why we got Google. What's the difference in blue spirulina and green spirulina? The primary difference is that green spirulina is the whole dried algae, while blue spirulina is a processed extract of a single pigment from that algae. While they share the same origin, they serve very different purposes in terms of nutrition and culinary use. So the blue one they extract from the green one. So it says composition algae. The other one is this protein, nutrient protein, 55 to 70%. B vitamins, iron, chlorophyll. The blue one concentrated antioxidant, phycokinins. The green one, strong, earthy seaweed taste. The blue one, mild and natural. The green one, daily nutrition and detoxification. The blue one, a natural food coloring and antioxidant boost. So clearly, health-wise, the green one is the healthiest. And the blue one, they've separated the blue, seems like for mostly food coloring, natural food coloring. So the green one is the best. Determining which is best depends entirely on your specific wellness goals, as they serve fundamentally different purposes. For overall nutrition value, green spirulina is the superior choice. However, blue spirulina is best if you want a potent antioxidant boost without the strong algae taste. So they said if you want to get something just to clean your body, do the blue one. If you want one for the nutritional, do the green one. So they saying the blue one is to cleanse yourself. So I'm going to force myself to do both of them. I'm going to force myself. Now, men, you're going to need beetroot powder, okay? Beetroot powder, okay? This is going to keep your blood flow going to keep you very sexually active. Okay? You're going to need the beetroot powder, okay? Beetroot powder. This is something you're going to need. This is going to keep your blood flow. This is going to keep your sex drive going. Ladies, it's also good for you. This is good for blood flow. So you're going to need your beetroot powder. There's no getting around it. You want red stuff in your body. This is for the ladies and the men. You need the red. Now, the beet powder is really good for you. Really helps you with circulation and stuff like that. You got to have it. There's no getting around it. You want the beetroot root powder. Okay? You want the beetroot powder for circulation and things like that. This is absolutely necessary and something that's a must to include into your eating plan. If you think, heart problems, circulation problems, you want the beetroot powder. You want the beetroot powder if you're having any type of circulation problems, anything like that. Right? So you can get the nitric oxide. Now, a good one, this is good, but another good one is this one. Because this is not just beetroot powder. This is nitric oxide. So this is beetroot and other plants that give you nitric oxide, right? So that's a good one. I'm getting ready to order that one. Because I need both of them. Okay? You need both of them. Let's look at it. So I'm going to order this one later on this week. SNAP Supplements Nitric Oxide Booster contains 1.5 grams of L-citrulline, L-arginine, AKG, L-arginine HCl, and L-arginine base to increase blood flow and endurance. It also includes niacin, vitamin B3, L-taurine, L-norvaline, vanillin sulfate, and botanical extract like tubular terrestris and panax ginseng. Right? It's made with beetroot powder, organic pomegranate juice powder, right? Red spinach extract, and organic black pepper extract. It's full of B12 and potassium. Now, this is a great product. I'm telling you straight up. I got this beetroot powder. I don't like it as much as the SNAP. I just don't. I don't like it as much as the SNAP. I like it. I use it. But I can tell the difference because the SNAP got those other ingredients in it. And I could tell the difference. So I got to have that as a part of my regimen. I use it all the time, but I use it up. I haven't reordered in a while. And that's something I absolutely need as a part of my regimen. And they got the gummies and stuff like that, but I just want the straight up powder. So I got to get that to go along with my workout this spring as I go into summer. the red spinach, and the pomegranate is what makes the difference. That's what makes the difference. That's what makes the difference is the pomegranate and the red spinach. And red spinach is really hard to find. You just don't see that uh, in the stores like that. So this is surely a winner right here. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. This is one of the top products that you want to put in your body, and you want to invest into your body. You want to spend that extra cash for your health. It's one of the best investments. You want to put that extra money into your body. It's going to make all the difference in the world. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to go ahead and order it now. It'll be here tomorrow because I'm doing these workouts and I'm not doing it for nothing. And I need everything I can get to give me that edge. And I've put this off too long. It's much better than this to me. But this is good too, and you get a lot of it, right? So this is good too. But this is just straight beetroot powder, and they give you a lot. And I'll just use both of them, interchange them. Sometimes mix them together, put the required amount of this in there and a little bit of that with it to give it a bigger boost. They'll both get used, but I'll go through this one quick. Probably every time I run out, I go back and use this one until I order some more of this one. But this will be my main go-to. This is the one I usually use. Because you want to get the most out your gains when you're working out. You want to be in shape. You want to be fit. Make sure you drink a lot of water. Make sure you stay focused. We want to be on some superhero type vibe, especially with everything getting worse, especially with health nationally and worldwide kind of going down. Kind of people's health is not really doing real great. Now, one more thing I'm going to show you is these are the vitamins that I take. I take Garden Life, multiple vitamins. They're way too expensive, if you ask me. But your health is everything. And if you don't take care of your health, what else you got? So I take Garden Life vitamins to multiple. I get the men's 40 plus. And that's because why get the lesser? Why not just get, you know, the best. Okay? So, you know, I went and I looked at them, and the regular ones, and then I looked at these, the 40 plus, and they had more vitamins in it. So I said, well, why would I buy the regular ones? That doesn't make sense. Why not buy the best? Ladies, get the 40 plus. Why buy the regular ones? Another thing you want to get is you want to get a nice, clean blackstrap molasses. Now, the blackstrap molasses, you only want to take it once or twice a week. Ladies, for sure. Ladies, you can get the robust. It's going to be stronger. This one is a good one because it doesn't say it was made in a bad factory or nothing. But ladies, you should be taking a teaspoon of blackstrap molasses at least every 3 or 4 days. Every 4 days. Ladies, you be running out of iron, especially if you had children. Ladies, if you had children, your children has pulled calcium and iron out of your body. Also, ladies, you have your period once a month and you lose iron. Okay? So one way you can make sure you protect yourself, ladies, is every time your period comes down, make sure you do a little bit of blackstrap molasses. Okay? Make sure. Now, you can't do a lot because it'll make you constipated. So just put a little bit in a glass of water. Okay? Like a tablespoon in a glass of water, a half a tablespoon. And you ladies, you should be doing that a few times a month for sure. You might could do more because every time you're bleeding a month, you are losing iron. You must replace that iron from that blood you lost. So men, get this for your wife. Tell her to mix it in her juice. You'll never know what's in there. And be honest with you, a lady should be taking this no less than once a week. Easily twice a week. Not every day because you don't want to get constipated. But a lady should be taking this once a week, but preferably twice a week. Women, if your woman had a baby, she's also going to need calcium. So get a plant-based calcium source because when she had that baby and that baby was in her making all that bone, where was the baby getting the calcium to make a skeleton? It stripped it from your queen. Ladies, it stripped it from your body. So when I had my first two sons, when I had my first son, after he was born, he was about 2 months, and his mama's wrist was hurting real bad, her wrist. And she kind of played it off. It would go away and come back. Then she had my second son, and her wrist was bothering her. And that was because calcium. Them boys had pulled the calcium out of her bones. Yeah. So men, when your woman get pregnant, have a baby, she's giving the baby blood, she's giving the baby calcium, she's giving the baby vitamins. So she needs to take a multiple vitamin. Now, you don't want her to take too much of that while she's pregnant because you don't know how the baby's going to react. So she just eat nutritious, right? But as soon as she have that baby, I'm talking about right away, she need to get on a multiple vitamin. She need to get on a natural calcium, and she need to be drinking blackstrap molasses in her glass. Well, if she just had a baby, she need to be doing that blackstrap molasses twice a week. Like Monday and Thursday, or Monday and Wednesday. Spread it out. Because she just gave all that vitamins to the baby, especially if she had twins. Okay? And men, you should be making sure that you're getting enough nitric oxide. You should be making sure you're getting enough vitamin E. You got to make sure. You got to make sure you're standing up some. You can't just keep sitting down like that. You're going to have problems with your prostate. Okay, men? This is serious. And you're going to need nitric oxide, and you're going to need things for your body to function. Ladies, your man, make sure he's getting tomato sauce every week, some kind of way. If a man eats tomato sauce regularly, he avoids prostate cancer by a lot. His chances of prostate cancer almost disappear if he consumes tomatoes. Did you all know that? That's a fact. That's a fact. And one thing, ladies, do not give your men. Several studies have found an association between high egg consumption and an increased risk of lethal or advanced prostate cancer. But the link is not just considered definitive. The choline and cholesterol in egg yolks are considered the likely contributors. Health organizations recommend caution with high egg intake for men with prostate cancer concerns and emphasize that more research is needed. Nobody's going to tell you this. Look at the bottom. A study of men with existing prostate cancer found that a high intake of eggs and poultry with skin was associated with the twofold increase in the risk of cancer progression and recurrence. Stay away from that. Nobody's going to tell you, but it's well known and documented. Okay? It's well known and documented. All right? Studies have shown that prostate cancer in Black men has a different genetic profile. The mutations that are different. It's more aggressive cancer, and at diagnosis, they present a higher stage of cancer. Okay? I'll show you more. That way you can't say nobody told you. All the information is here. It's just nobody tells you. New cases of prostate cancer. Okay, in 2024, the American Cancer Society estimated that there will be 299,000 new cases of prostate cancer and 35,000 unalivened deaths from prostate cancer in the United States. This makes prostate cancer the leading cancer diagnosis for men and the second most common cancer diagnosed overall. And they will not stop selling you stuff, even though the information is there. They won't stop. It's crazy. They found that men who ate 2.5 eggs or more a week had an 81% higher risk of developing lethal prostate cancer compared to men who ate fewer than 0.5 eggs a week on average. This is not the first study to associate egg consumption with increased cancer risk. It's right there for you to see. It's not a joke. It's right there. So you want to do better, man. You want to do better. You want to stick with the fruits and vegetables. Because if not, you're going to pay the cost. Nobody going to tell you that. Big business, they don't want to lose any money. Factors contributing to healthy prostate: consume plenty of fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Limit processed foods, red meat, and unhealthy fats. Include foods rich in lycopene, like tomatoes. Okay? So, ladies, get those tomatoes, get that tomato paste in them men. Okay? Tomatoes. Tomatoes, tomatoes, tomato paste. They said this why a lot of Italians back in the day didn't have it, didn't get it, because the amount of tomato paste they would eat. This is what they say. But for sure, eggs. Did you know that one egg has the same amount of cholesterol as a Big Mac with more than 60% of calories from fat? Consuming eggs can also increase the risk of cardiovascular disease by 19%, colon cancer by nearly 5 times, diabetes by 68%, and lethal prostate cancer by 81%. Lethal. How many men know that? Let that sink in. How many men know that? Not many. Not many. Not many. So, ladies, get those tomatoes in those men to help them fight these problems. Okay? Prostate cancer is very serious. All right? Men avoid eggs and eat more tomatoes, more red stuff. Okay? Especially tomatoes, ketchup, tomato paste, tomatoes. Get more of that into your eating schedule. Nobody's going to tell you that. All you got to do is go look it up. Get more tomatoes into your system, man. It's very important. Very. Get those tomatoes into your system. So at the end of the day and the beginning of the day, you see what it is. A man is diagnosed with prostate cancer every 2 minutes. A man passes away from prostate cancer every 15 minutes. Now, we've been over here 2 hours. So a man has passed away. 8 men have passed away while I've been here live. The 5-year survival rate for prostate cancer is over 99% when diagnosed early, but drops to 34% for advanced and metastatic prostate cancer. Black men are 1.7 times more likely to be diagnosed with prostate cancer than white men, and 2.1 times more likely to pass away from it. So don't let nobody fool you. The tomatoes have that lycopene in it. And that's what makes the difference. Okay? The red stuff. You need the red stuff, man. You need the red stuff in your body. See? Key benefits of tomatoes for prostate health. Lycopene content. Lycopene is a carotenoid that gives tomatoes the red color and helps neutralize free radicals that can damage healthy cells. Reduce risk levels. Some research indicates that men who consume cooked or canned tomatoes 5 to 6 times a week may see a 28% decreased risk of prostate cancer. Targeting aggressive cancer. High tomato intake has been specifically linked to a lower risk of more aggressive or lethal subtypes of prostate cancer. Supporting established case in consuming tomato sauce after a diagnosis has been associated with a 20% reduction in the risk of cancer progression. I mean, there you have it. I'll save it. I'm going to need it for another day. But it's real. So look, at the end of the day and the beginning of the day, health is wealth. And you have to take care of yourself. If you don't take care of yourself, nobody else is going to take care of you. You live in a cold world. Make sure you support the channel. Eat right. Stay healthy. And eat to live. Victory.